I just had lunch with one of my biggest customers, and anyway, this guy, he's incredible. He's an incredible salesperson. Probably one of the best salespeople I've ever met. One of them. I know quite a few, of course. But one thing that kind of stood out to me today during lunch, and we were just talking, and he was talking about some of the salespeople that he's training and that he's working with, and he told me one thing that he said that probably one in five actually naturally can just, basically close, and I was like, that's interesting. And it wasn't just really even closing, it was just, he's saying a lot of people can talk. A lot of people can talk about benefits, a lot of people can talk about features, but when it actually comes down to someone getting a contract out and having them sign it, he says that's where people seem to have some trouble. And the word that came to my mind at that moment to him, I said, you know what? Maybe that's leadership. Maybe it's leadership is really what they're missing, because if you're lacking leadership, you're not going to be able to tell someone, hey, you really just need to sign this, or the next step is to sign this. Here's what we're going to do next, and say it confidently. It's not even really about confidence. It's just about in the sales process. I mean, the reality is that most people are procrastinators. They'll put things on the back burner. The other part of it is there may be some, just a little bit of, because you're parting with money. Let's say, you have money today, then you're not going to have money after you buy this thing. You might want it as much as you want it, but at the same time, there's also that whole thing with the money in the wallet. It's going to come out. And so it takes leadership. It takes a salesperson with leadership to move that sale forward. I don't think it has anything to closing techniques. I've used closing techniques. I haven't used closing techniques. I've sometimes don't say anything at closes. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not just a particular magic bullet. Everyone's kind of looking for this magic bullet type thing, I think, when it comes to sales. How do we close deals? There's always books written on it. But I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to the salesperson's confidence, their self-esteem, and really the value they really perceive on what they're giving their client. I think at the end of the day, that is what closes deals. Because people aren't stupid. They know what they want, and they know where this thing's going to be beneficial to them. They know whether or not they trust you, or even that they like you. And so, there's a lot to it, but it really just comes down to leadership. Leadership. What are the qualities of leaders, right? That's something I've been thinking about today, after that conversation today. What are the qualities of leaders, right? So anyway, that's something that was on my mind. I thought I'd share it with you guys. And have a good one.